Friends, welcome to my next video on invoice verification. So in my previous video we had learnt about the overview of subsequent debit and credit, which is part 1 of the subsequent debit credit delivery costs and credit memos. Now we will go to the section B of the subsequent debit and credit, which is we will post invoice with subsequent debit. So our exercise is like this here. The following invoice for additional freight costs came from a forwarding agent. Since you do not usually use this forwarding agent, there is no master record for this vendor. Enter the invoice as a subsequent debit. This is the invoice coming from some transport agent or forwarding agent, which is Eastern Transport Agents. Some address is given, BEL Colony, it is Bangalore City, and this is the PO number 4500018000, and the item is item number 10. Material number is K-10004, quantity is 10 pieces, and the additional forwarding cost is 100 rupees or additional transport cost, and the tax is 10%, which is 10 rupees, and the total amount, which is total, that is the additional amount plus the tax amount, which is 100 plus 10, which is 110 rupees. This is the additional cost we have to post as a subsequent debit to some forwarding agent, Eastern Transport Agents. Now we will go to SAP and go to the post invoice transaction Miro and post this subsequent debit of 110 rupees, total amount including tax. I will go to SAP here. Okay, I am already in Miro transaction code here. Okay, I will, if you want, I will start again Miro. So here we will select first subsequent debit. Number 3, select subsequent debit. Input the date, today is 5/8, and the reference number K-1010002. The tax code is 10% input tax, and here in the PO reference put the PO number. The PO number we will just copy this one, 4500018000. I am copying this PO. Enter. Yeah. So as soon as we put the PO number and press enter, system will immediately suggest the total invoice quantity of 10 pieces. Okay, and not the amount. Here we have to enter the subsequent debit. Whatever the subsequent debit we have selected here, that amount we have to enter here. So what is the amount here, including tax? Is tax amount is 10, and the total amount is 110, and the subsequent debit is 100 rupees here. This is the amount here. This is the tax. This is the subsequent debit of 100 rupees. This is the tax amount of 10 rupees, and this is the total amount including tax. Enter. Okay, now the balance is 0. Okay, now next we have done that one. Okay, next here enter the one-time vendor account K-1010002 as the invoicing party on the details tab page. Confirm your changes. The display of the vendor data changes. Why do you have to enter more vendor data? How can you do this? So here, since this is a this is not the main vendor. If you see this PO, the main vendor is 500045, but this subsequent debit of 100 rupees is claimed by another transport vendor, okay, who has transported this material to our company. So hence we are going to pay this subsequent debit of 100 rupees to the additional freight forwarder. Now we have to enter the different vendor data, which is a one-time vendor. Because we do not have a master record for that forwarding agent, so it is a one-time vendor. We have to enter all the address and other details of the one-time vendor. How? I will go to details here. In the details here, we can enter the invoicing party here. So what is the invoicing party? So K-10, this is a one-time vendor actually. So I am just entering that one. K- enter that one and enter. So we will get a message, account has been changed, dependent data will be initialized. Continue, click enter. So now we have to enter this is a one-time vendor, so we have to add the address here. So here, one-time vendor data, so we have to add. Click on this one icon. So here, it will ask to enter the details of the street and other things. So what is the address of this vendor? It is given here. So street is some copy that street address here, street. So city is Bangalore, and country is India. Postal code 560082, and the region it is Bangalore. This city is in region Karnataka, which is I will select by F4 here. So this is in Karnataka 10. Bangalore is in Karnataka 10. Okay, then bank key. What is the bank key? So 10010010. Just enter that bank key, because it will ask the bank key also. Bank account also we have to enter, because we have to pay to this bank key and bank account of this one-time vendor. Just copy that one, bank account, enter, and then continue. Select continue. Okay. So now that is done. So then simulate the account movements and post the document. Okay. So that is done here. Enter. So now we will simulate. So here we can see the account movements. So 100 and total amount of 110 we are going to pay to the one-time vendor Eastern Freight Agents, and this 100 rupees which is a subsequent debit is updated to the material account. This material K-10004 material account, and input tax. Okay, this 10 rupees will be updated to the tax account. Go back. So now we will post the invoice. And once this subsequent debit is posted, then this subsequent debit is updated in the purchase order history as a separate line, different from the main invoice which is posted for this purchase order. And also once this invoice is posted, we will go to the PO history and we will see the separate line for the subsequent debit. Then we will go to the account movements. So the invoice is this subsequent debit invoice is already posted. So this is blocked for payment due to some reason. Okay, we will not go into that one. So I will go to this PO. So I will click display change. Okay, again display change. Now let me go to the PO history. If you go to the PO history, we can see the subsequent debit here. This is the subsequent debit invoice 510-560-9704, which is posted for a additional cost of 100 rupees. Now if we go to the subsequent debit invoice here 9704 and go to the accounting document, click on follow on documents here, the accounting document here. In the accounting document we can see the total amount which is posted to the freight agent, which is Eastern Freight Agents, which is 110 rupees, which is to the one-time vendor account. Then the 100 rupees, okay, which is subsequent debit of 100 rupees is updated to the stock account, and 10 rupees which is updated to the tax account. Why this 100 rupees subsequent debit of 100 rupees is updated to the stock account? Because this material is valuated at moving average price. I will show that one. Let us go to the PO. So here this material is valuated at moving average price. Hence this is moving average price. We write hence this additional cost or the subsequent debit of 100 rupees is updated to the material account. So this is the display of the invoice from the PO history. So this is how to post a subsequent debit for a purchase order for which invoice is already posted. Thank you for watching my video. Please give me your valuable comments, likes, and please subscribe to my channel so that you will get notification of my upcoming videos on several scenarios on MM. Thanks for your time.